Hey guys, welcome along to HomeMadeEasy.com. I'm Zach Stroud. Today I'm going to show you how to keep your lawnmower running strong all season long. So when we come back, I'll show you how it's done. Okay guys, welcome back. So keeping your lawnmower running pretty smoothly throughout the years is going to keep you from having a lot of headaches during that growing season of the lawn. So these are some tips that I'm going to throw out there for you to keep that going. And the first one I want to show you is making sure your oil levels in your lawnmower are correct. So one of the main things in your lawnmower is the oil, and that's the blood of your engine. Okay, so if the oil runs low, then this could shut down on you, and these things are very expensive now, so we don't want that to happen. So the first thing you want to do is you want to come over to the dipstick here. All these push mowers have them, also the ride lawnmowers, zero turns and all those. So we're just going to turn it. We're going to pull it out. First thing we're going to do is wipe it one time. Okay, because when this is on, it blows oil up. Okay, put it back in, pull it back out, and as you can see, I'm just a little low there, okay, on the dipstick, and you'll see these diagonal lines on any dipstick that you have on your mower. So all you're going to do is make sure you're right there at the top line, and this will not take a lot to fill up. It'll take just a very, very small amount, and that's usually something that you can buy at Lowe's or Home Depot, or you can use like a 10W30 oil, or just look at your owner's manual and it'll show you what to do. Okay guys, so the second thing you want to look at is your spark plug. Okay, so these can usually run bad every season. Some of them last a couple of years, depends on what type it is. Okay, so what you want to do is you want to come down here, and this is just to take a look at it and to make sure it's firing good. If you're having problems starting a machine, this is one of the things you want to look at first. Okay, so you take your spark plug wire off first. Okay, anytime you're working on this machine, you always want to take the spark plug wire off the spark plug to stop it from starting accidentally. So we're going to take a 5/8 inch socket, and we're going to stick it in there. And we're just going to loosen it up, and we're going to get it to come out. Okay, so here's a spark plug. Now I changed this back in April. I usually change them at least once a season, okay, because I like it to be running fresh. But as you can see, this looks really good here. If this was a bad spark plug, this would probably be really dark, or like a dark black, or this would be broken. Okay, those are some of the things you can look at, and there's more to investigate on those spark plugs, but usually if it's having a hard time starting, this is one of the first things you'll look at as a spark plug, and I'm going to show you how to clean this. So you want to clean some of this grime off. You don't want to use a large steel brush like this. Okay, this is all this is going to do is there's some porcelain in here, and this will end up damaging that. So you want to get something that's soft or softer, kind of rub in there, and all you have to do is do some, because all this is carbon buildup, and we're just going to do that until we clean it up real good. And you may be able to spray some degreaser on there if you have some, but this will get a lot of that carbon off of there, and it'll start to fire more or better. So it wasn't that dirty, but we got some of that carbon off of there. And it looks a little shinier up there. So, and all you do is take it and put it back in there and screw it back in. Okay guys, so the third thing you can do to keep your mower running really smooth through the season is you want to check the air filter, okay? Usually it's on the side where the gas cap is on your lawnmower, and all it is a little case right here, and it just pops off. So I replaced this at the beginning of the season. You can see it's not too bad. It's getting good airflow through that. The one I took off from last year was really dirty because I used it all season long. And then you can just take an air blower and you can just kind of blow this off. Now, if you don't see any white and all these spaces are covered up with grass and dirt and stuff, it'd probably be a good time to replace those. Otherwise, you can just kind of blow it off. And you see all that dirt and dust coming out of there. And this is going to help it run a lot better. And then all we do is put it back on. And snap the case back in there. And that's it. Okay, guys, so the last thing you can do to keep your mower running well through the season is use a little mechanic in the bottle. The first time I used that was this year. I've had this mower for about maybe 7 years now, and I've never replaced a carburetor. Well, the beginning of this year is the first time I've had any problems with the carburetor. And as we know, if we have a carburetor replaced, it's not as good as the first one that comes from the factory, especially if you buy a name brand. So I try to keep that carburetor as long as I can keep the mower, okay? So I got a little tip on using this. I looked it up. Reviews are really good. Mine was clogged, so I put the whole bottle in the gas tank. You may, if you have a smooth running machine, or if you just want to kind of get the carburetor cleaned out of some gunk that you think may be building up, 2 to 4 ounces is all you need for 1 gallon of gas. Okay, so I'd probably put 2 or 4 ounces in the gas tank of this push mower. You may need more if it's a riding lawn mower, but for a push mower, you shouldn't need more than about 2 or 4 ounces if it's running good. But if you have a clogged carburetor, pour the whole thing in there, then pour your gas into it. And kind of move your mower back and forth just to mix them really good. And then start it up. I poured the whole thing in there. It cleaned it up really nice. I hadn't had any problems with it this year. So what I'm going to do is at the beginning of season, if it's running good next year, I'll probably just put a couple ounces. But right now, I'm going to put about 4 ounces in here and keep that carburetor clean for the rest of the season. And it also, I didn't mention this, it also stabilizes the fuel. So that's a great thing to have as well. So as you can see, it has a little measuring gauge right here. So all I'm going to do is pour about 2 to 4 ounces in there. Now, I don't have a full tank. Yeah, I think that's enough because it's running really good. It starts easy. So we're just going to put that in there. That'll keep it running the rest of the season. I'll put a link to this mechanic in a bottle in my description if you guys want to try it out. Okay. All right, guys. So I hope you enjoyed that, and I hope that helps keep your mower running really smooth the rest of this season. Thank you.